Hi everyone, Ben Bergen here from PowerMyDogBlogspot.com, and today I want to talk about living in the world of imagination. Now, I like to imagine a lot of different things. Like for instance, one of my secrets to achieving my goals is where I go into what's called theater of the mind. You can pick this up at Matt Furie's website, or Psycho Cybernetics, or type in theater of the mind Matt Fury in the Google search or whatever. But basically what I do is that I picture in my mind what I want to accomplish, what I want to achieve. And I watch it on this big, huge screen, like in the movie theater, really. And I watch in full detail. I could turn up the volume on it, and I could even rewind or fast forward to look at certain things in a different detail or picture something else. But one of the unique things I like to do with this is that I don't just watch it on the big screen. I have someone sitting next to me. So I study Greek mythology and I study Norse mythology like Asgard, Thor, even comic book mythology like the Avengers and stuff. And so I would have someone sitting next to me, say like Zeus or Thor, and they give me they bring things into more details and help me see things that I may not be seeing on the big screen, because I'm a very visual person, and I may not always be auditory in that area, but when it comes to having someone sitting next to me and giving me a little bit more detail, I get to see things a little bit more differently, and I get to achieve my goals a little bit more uniquely. Like, for example, one of the biggest PRs I've made this year, or in the last year, was taking one of my Thor hammers, 15-pound hammer, and hitting on the tire. My biggest PR so far is hitting over 2,000 reps. I have never done that many in my entire life. And, yeah, I did it with two hands, but still, that's a lot of reps to do. So what I did a few days before is I pictured in my mind being in the theater, watching myself hitting those reps on the big screen, and not only turning up the volume, I'm turning up the fucking bass. Am I saying this right? I'm turning up the fucking bass. But I have Thor sitting next to me, and he's got the hammer with him, and he's all burly and got the helmet on and all that shit. But he talks to me and tells me what to look for. Like I said, he goes into a little bit more detail on what I may not see. 3 days later, I hit over 2,000 reps. It's just unbelievable. I have it written down in my journal. So it is just... That's one of the most incredible things I've ever done. But also, I also like to think about certain things outside of being in the theater and all that stuff. I like to imagine being in certain situations where, like if I say I was doing the Hindu push-up, going like this, and I don't just go, But, like I said, those are just doing the motions of doing the Hindu push-up. But I like to imagine myself in a certain situation. Say, like, if you ever saw the scene in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade where Indy has to tuck and roll in order to get the blades from chopping his head off. I like to look at it from that perspective. I like to imagine being trying to save myself from getting hurt or save myself from getting so my body changes, my muscles fire differently, and so when you create a different thought and put it into action, you create a different result. So I like to look at things from a different perspective. So one of the recent articles I've written was about Heroic Evolution's PAM program on lake training, and what the significance of it is. and it talks about the satyr Pan, the great god Pan he's pretty much the god of the wilderness and celebration, love, and living life to the fullest. A wonderful creature, in my opinion. But whenever I imagine him sitting next to me or something, if I was talking to him in a conversation, he has an Irish accent. So it's like, so people might look at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? But that's just how I see it. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I like Irish accents, but Pan has an Irish accent and he's a Greek god. So it's odd, but it works for me. And I like it. And it makes things a little bit more interesting. It makes things a little bit more fun to look at. So when you go into your imagination, don't just picture trying to figure out what the hell you're trying to think about, or creating certain images, or seeing what, how should I put this? How you see things move, how you see things run smoothly, how you see things. It could be chaotic or it could be peaceful. You never know. I don't know you, but find what works for you and be unique. Think outside the box. And when you start to imagine things and then putting them into what you want to do, your results are going to be really awesome. They're going to be very different. So, like if you're doing a workout and you're imagining something, your muscles fire differently. Your structure changes. Your physiology just comes unglued. And so, if you do it correctly and learn to focus what you want to do, you will be creating something incredibly awesome. There's just no question about it. And so, learn to use your imagination, be awesome, have fun, be unique, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care, guys.